Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly reading, this time for January 2021. I'm thinking what deck should I use for you because I have so many decks but I can't use them all in one reading anymore. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with some overall energy, what kind of events will be happening, okay? So, Aries for January. What will be happening for Aries in January? January for Aries. Okay, first card we got is the Temperance reverse, okay? Something that has to be done in the short period of time. Three of Wands reversed, okay? Some kind of how to say this? Something will be done in a big hurry, like a lot of impatience towards something, looking forward to something, and how to say this? Kind of in the immature position, you know, like maybe having some expectations or not really doing something in the correct, mature way. Everything will be done kind of in the hurry, and it might not be the best idea to do it like that, okay? Let's see, what else will be happening in January for Aries? What kind of events, energy is going to arrive? We have the star, okay? So there's a lot of kind of hope in something, okay? There's a lot of kind of like putting in the energy, hoping in something, expecting something. Oh. And we have the Three of Swords, okay? Okay, I kind of get the feeling that in past there was some kind of heartbreak or something just didn't, some kind of disappointment in something, not necessarily in the area of relationship or something like that, but just some kind of disappointment. And I kind of get a feeling like whatever comes right now, you will be maybe influenced by the past, like your expectations will be influenced by past, okay? But I kind of get a feeling like most of you will be trying to like push through it and believe anyways, no matter of what the past was saying. So there's a lot of hope into something. Let me clarify that. Interesting energy. Just living kind of in the past, not being able to move on from something, you know? Like there's something on the way, like there's hope on the way, something new that you could be putting in the effort, but I feel like something will be influencing you from the past, some kind of heartbreak that you won't be able to move on from, or you won't be able, or you want to move on from. So that's something that might be stopping you from moving forward into this new thing, this new fresh hope, this fresh new something that you could be investing in. Yeah, there will be some kind of obstacle, kind of like seeable, visible obstacle that you will know what you are fighting with. You will know the obstacle. We have Five of Jewels. I kind of get the idea that you will be trying to kind of find kind of security, kind of stability, this kind of thing that feels like home, you know? Let me get more main energy and events that are happening in January for Aries. Aries, what is happening in January? How we can clarify all of that? More clarification, please. And we have a Tower. Okay, so there's something that will be some kind of breakthrough. Okay, some kind of breakthrough that might disappoint you, something kind of coming to the end, like some kind of realization, you know, that might kind of disappoint you in some way, that you won't be maybe able to fully move on, or because this is happening in the month of January, you will be, and because of this thing happening in the present moment, I feel like you will be coming back to the past events that will be happening, and I feel like you will be trying to prevent some kind of thing happening like it did maybe in the past, you know what I mean? Like maybe you have some patterns from the past related to this disappointment, this heartbreak, or this realization, this kind of breakthrough, something kind of, you know, collapsing, or this kind of realization to something, and I feel like it's something that happened already in the past, but you still have kind of the possibility to change the outcome of it. Maybe not outcome, but what you will do next about this, you know? And I feel like you'll be looking back at the past and you'll be thinking that maybe when this happened in the past, you could do something better about this, you know? That's why you'll be having hope that you can fix this time. But at the same time, I kind of get the kind of desperation from your energy in the January. Like you'll be wanting to hope, you'll be wanting to fix this, or move on, whatever related to this hope. I feel like you'll be so eager to do this, but you'll be more like desperate, you know, desperate to do that. So you'll be doing everything like immature, kind of in a hurry, without thinking, just to kind of fix this situation, you know what I mean? Like you want to do something better, but it will be such a pressure on you to do things different this time, that you will kind of like mess up on the way because you'll be feeling so much pressure on fixing it. You know what I mean? So the month of January will be mostly about kind of facing this obstacle in a different way maybe that you did in the past. Like you already know what you are facing. That's why, because it was in the past already. And you know what you are facing. You had this thing happening in the past. Okay? And this time you'll be trying to do it in a different way. Yeah, you'll be kind of reflecting on the things that you did in past, and you realize that this time you can do this thing better. That this time it might look different. That this time you have this awareness of this enemy, right? No matter if it's kind of like outside thing or something inside of you, whatever it is, but this time you have kind of this consciousness and awareness that you can this time do things better, that it doesn't have to end that way or go that way that it did in the past. Let's see, Aries in January, what else is there? What lessons, what spiritual energy we get here? January for Aries. Yeah, it's kind of like change, you know? It's kind of like you realize that you have a possibility to do something different this time. You have this possibility for change and trying something new, but you also know that once you will try this new thing, once you will do this thing differently, there's no going back. You know what I mean? Okay, and we have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Tower and Six of Wands. Okay? So yeah, it's kind of like coming also to something new. There's a lot of kind of about seeing your journey, you know, in the different way, like more objectively, you know. and being able to move on to the next stage, you know? Like, there's kind of like planting the seed. In the January, it's all about planting the seed for you, Aries. It's about noticing how far you went and looking objectively at it and gaining this kind of awareness that this time you can do things differently, that you can change, that this time you have a chance to try something new and adapt to it, you know? And all you have to do is plant this seed, like put on this mask, you know? Put on this mask and be like a different person, like change. Because now you notice, you kind of like, it's like you went on a higher level and now you see yourself kind of doing all those mistakes or those things in the past, and you kind of start to noticing what went wrong and what you can kind of do this time, you know? It's like kind of gaining this consciousness, this awareness of your action, you know? And it will be all about planting the seed. If you want to plant this seed, if you want to start something new, okay? So it's kind of like a beginning of something, kind of this change that you go into if you choose to like leave all these things behind, or maybe the person you were, and go into something new, start planting the seed in a different way, okay? Okay, let's get more clarification maybe on this Temperance, this Three of Wands reverse, and this Tower, and Three of Swords for Aries for January. What will be happening? What is it about? Okay, it's like looking for the way out of something, okay? Yeah, like something not working out. Like you kind of start to see the, how to say this? What was the word? You start to see the. You kind of start to see the missing points in your plan, you know, but and you start to look for the way out of it, out of this plan that maybe wasn't so good after all. But there is a way out. You just it's very clear. You just have to like, you see, like this person is looking for the way out when there is literally like stairs. Yeah, so you see what I mean? Like there's like these things maybe not going your way, but there is definitely a way out. You just have to like notice it. And we have a Page of Cups reverse. Yeah, there's like trust. There needs to be trust and more hope, more kind of compassion also. Maybe for yourself, for others, whatever it might be. But there is kind of like, you're blocking yourself on compassion towards yourself or others, whatever it might be. You have to be maybe more gentle with this thing going on in the, yeah, we have the Devil reversed. So there's out of like house going on, you know, and because of this house you can't seem to find the way out, but the truth is you just need a little bit more of compassion, a little bit more of gentleness, a little bit more of just trust, you know, like faith. Like don't be so hard on yourself or on the things that are going on, because as I said, I kind of get a feeling like you will be feeling a lot of pressure, probably from yourself, on doing things differently this time, on making things go different way, or just having faith in something more than usual, or in fixing something, whatever it is. And I feel like this pressure might be the reason why you might be so hard on yourself, okay? So don't maybe, remember to let go of this pressure you will have in the January, because it's one of the things that make you feel so lost, or maybe like, you know, like there's so much going on and I have to do that and I have to do this differently this time, like this has to be that, this have to like go differently this time, you know. But the truth is you just have to let go of this pressure, this this need for something, and then what's the word, the solution will appear. Like it will be magical. Like suddenly you will see that there was a solution right in front of you, and just now you will see it. Okay, I kind of get a feeling there are just like some small mistakes you made in your plan, Aries, but it isn't like unfixable, you know? Like there's like this solution right in front of you. You just have to let go and bring more clarity in your mind, into your life, and stop pressuring yourself or whatever it is, and then you will see, like, yeah, you just have to look more objectively. Okay, you just have to look more objectively, look in a different light. Okay, let's see what is this Three of Swords and the Tower about. Okay, there was one card. Turn around. Let's see what is this Three of Swords and the Tower about. What is it about? What's behind it? What's behind it? What's behind it? What's behind it? What else can we know about January for Aries? And we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's about not seeing the way out of something. Again, it's basically the same meaning. It's like you are trapped through so many possibilities and you just can't seem to gain the clarity, Aries, in the January. It just seems like this disappointment or this realization. It's more of a realization and breakthrough, like something kind of like coming to the surface, like some kind of truth or realization, or feelings, and it just makes you feel trapped, because this realization or this breakthrough, whatever it is, it kind of changes your point of view or changes your plans. Okay, it's kind of changing you in some way, or your plans, or whatever it is. It changes something in January. But it's mostly just you kind of overthinking it. Okay? So it is mostly overwhelming because you didn't expect anything to go maybe that way, or go wrong. Because it seemed to be going so well, or you didn't expect any kind of this obstacle maybe in the January. But the truth is you just need more clarity, and you have to like stop overthinking, because this thing that appeared in the January is kind of sucking you in. Okay, and I mean, just look, she's completely like sucked in, and she can't get out, and something is just sucking her in. So, but it's mostly like you or your feelings, something related to feelings or your thoughts, like a lot of overthinking, especially with this Devil reversed. It's like a complete house. It's like you kind of letting something consume you. But the truth is, the solution is there. The solution is very simple. You just have to have more trust, okay? We have the King of Wands and the World reversed. Okay, so it's mostly you trying to think of a good way to do something, and also you being lost, you kind of not knowing what to do now. Okay, like something just seems like it's not coming to the end, like something just stuff keeps popping up, something new keeps like obstacle or something like that, or just like your foes. As I said, your foes will be very like keeping you back in the January, Aries. And you will be trying to kind of think straight and kind of do the right thing about something. Like, go into right direction, do something in a right way. Like some kind of, I get the word guidance, you know? I don't know how to interpret this. You'll be maybe trying to be higher than... you'll be trying to be higher than your kind of desires or stuff like that, you know, but it will make you feel lost. Something about this will make you feel lost. Like something is incomplete, like some kind of part of the journey is incomplete, you know? So that's interesting. But the truth might be, the thing might be about this, that stuff just doesn't seem complete because you don't have faith in something. Like maybe you try to like go into this fresh new thing or something, or you try to move on from something, but you can't move on from it because you keep thinking about this, you keep being in this past, you know? Or like you still try to, or you still kind of think like, was it the right thing to do? The truth is, I kind of see like just overthinking too much, like being in your head too much, or letting something consume you, you know? So that's about this. Like you need to have more faith in the month of January, Aries. You have to like focus your energy on what you want, you know? It's all about manifestation, you know? If you keep focusing on things like this disappointment or this breakthrough, this something disappointing or something from the past that you can't move on from, you know, you'll be still focusing on the past instead of the future that you want to create. So you just have to like, you know, it's all about kind of standing and seeing things objectively, not in the filtering them by your thoughts or your overthinking or like what if, or was it the right thing to do or whatever. You just have to plant the new seed. You just have to like move on. And that might be the thing, you know, Aries. Like maybe the thing is that you are scared of moving on because you know that once you will move on, there's no going back because you will just let go. And what will be next if you let go of some thoughts, you know? Like it's kind of like holding on into the past or into something, you know? But it's mostly like fear of starting something new, of having faith because you are scared of disappointment. It's all connected, okay? It's you kind of being scared of moving on and building in something because you are scared of disappointment because you were disappointed in the past, if that makes sense. But truth is, you just have to plant a new seed. You just have to start fresh and new, you know? But it all depends on you. But I'm just saying, if you want to create a good future, focus on future. Don't focus on the past. And that's the right thing to do, okay? Like, leave the past behind. It's all about leaving the past behind. And, you know, focusing on what you want to create now. Like, you need to rest. You need to let go. Like, acknowledge the journey you went through. But now it's time to move on to something new, okay? You know the obstacle. You know what is happening. You know what is keeping you away from moving on. Or stepping into something fresh. Or believing in something, you know? You know what it is. You know what it is, Aries. You know what is keeping you away from this peacefulness and moving on and finding a new home, or just having a clear mind, or whatever it is. You know what is keeping you away. It's this. You know what it is. I know you know what it is. That is what keeping you away from ending the cycle. You know, it's a new cycle that is coming, but you're still holding on to the past, and that is what's keeping you away from it. You know? The solution is there. This new thing, this new cycle is here, but you keep sitting, waiting for I don't know what. Still sitting in this past, thinking of something, overthinking. But the stairs are here. Just go. Just go, Aries, just go. I mean, it's just like you still reflecting on past instead of moving on. It's like you see Alva's future in front of you, but you are still holding on to the past and thinking like, oh, what if I take this step? What if I will move on, okay? What if? Like, should I? Okay? But it's all about moving on. You have to stop living in the past. You have to move on, okay? Just let go. Just let go. You know what is keeping you away. You know it, okay? You have to manifest the future you want, but you can't focus on the past if you want to create the future, okay? Or else you will still be creating the cycles from the past if you will keep focusing on the past, okay? But let's get maybe more... Well, what I can get from this breakthrough or this disappointment, or this heartbreak, what is it about? What I can tell you about this? Let's get more information. Maybe for that I will use the different deck, because it's interesting. And this deck is more dark, so we'll get more information on that. Three of Swords and this Tower. What is it about? What I can advise you about this? What is it about? What kind of clarity I can get you for Aries in January? So we have 7 of Wands. Okay, so it's like exactly, it's like this thing happening, but instead of moving on or gaining the lesson from it, you know, or whatever, just I feel like there's something else that you should do about this disappointment, this heartbreak, or this breakthrough, whatever it is that will be collapsing or whatever. I feel like you should really like move on. You shouldn't this time like reflect on it, you know, because overthinking will keep you in the place, you know. Let me maybe read the meaning of this card, because I've had the new deck, I'm not still used fully to the meanings. 7 of Wands, 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 7 of Wands. Okay. So it's you kind of like getting ready, you know? Like you kind of thinking if you should believe in this, you know? Because maybe it's not the point that something is breaking, like something is collapsing or something is disappointing you, but maybe it's your fear of it happening. You know, like who knows? I mean, it's possibly what will be happening, but for some of it might be that you are just fearing it, and that is what is keeping you away from moving on. But whatever it is, or if that is happening, that this happened, you know, don't let it stop you from moving on. Don't let it stop you, because I kind of get feel like it's I have goosebumps. Okay, I kind of get a feeling like this thing is the end of the cycle. This thing collapsing is not deciding about your future. It doesn't tell you like, okay, you have to still be in the cycle or whatever, or you have to think about this, think about moving on, you know, think about this, because that is what this experience you think will be telling you. But it's not true. This disappointment, this breakthrough, this whatever it is, it's actually the end of the cycle. It's actually the end of the cycle. And by holding on to it, by thinking about this, by overthinking about this, instead of moving on after this, you will be keeping yourself away from ending the cycle and moving on to the new chapter. Woo! That's a big message. That's a big message, Aries, okay? So this thing that will be happening in January, whatever it is, whatever breakthrough, whatever disappointment, whatever collapse will be happening, you might feel like it's the sign that you should not do something, or that, you know, whatever, that you shouldn't move on or start something new. But the truth is, like, it would be actually the sign that this chapter is ending, that this old cycle, the past cycle, is actually ending. And what I feel intuitively, that you should, after this happened, you should definitely like move on, okay? And like take another step, like immediately, like have this hope and move on. Immediately put energy into something that you want to create, okay? Because it isn't the sign of something bad. This is the sign that something is ending. It's a breakthrough, and sometimes breakthroughs are painful or disappointing or whatever, but it isn't a sign of something bad. It's the sign that some cycle is ending. And now you can focus on creating something new, you know? So don't give up, or don't stay and think about this thing. Don't overthink. Get ready and move on. Take the leap of faith, okay? Whatever it is. Don't stay in the place. Don't stay too long and get prepared for this leap of faith, for this next step, okay? It's okay. You can take a rest, you can get ready, but you know, do it, okay? Just do it eventually. Just do it. Take the next step. Okay. What else can we clarify for Aries in the January? What else can we clarify? What else can we clarify for Aries in the January about this? Yeah, 3 of Swords again. Yeah, it's basically the meaning of this card is if you hold on to the pain, you won't be able to heal from it. If you will constantly think about the pain, you won't be able to move on from it, okay? So it's all about not thinking about this, just move on. Suddenly, just don't even think about this, okay? If you want to create the good future that isn't based on your past patterns and cycles, then don't think about the past. Don't create the future based on your past. Don't think about this. Don't overthink this. If you are manifesting, manifest only what you want. You have to be aware of your thoughts and your feelings and what you put your energy literally into, okay? So if you want to move on from past cycles, past patterns, whatever it is, this obstacle that you know, you have to heal from it. And by healing from it, you can't focus on it and overthink it and ask yourself, what if the future will be the same, whatever. Don't, okay? The meaning of this card is, if you want to heal, you have to stop thinking about the pain. 9 of Swords, okay. It's basically the meaning of this all reading. Like, all that is stopping you is your own thoughts, your own fears, Aries. I mean, your overthinking is what's stopping you. As I said, you know what is the obstacle, you know what you're fighting with. And all that is stopping you is your overthinking, or this chaos you think you have in your life. Like, I got in my head, like, wait, what did I wanted to say? Oh my god, I wanted to say something. Oh, if something is happening, and even if it's bad, you know, as long as you don't give a freak about this, it doesn't matter. Because if you don't let it influence you, it doesn't matter. Okay, like, it might seem like it is bad or whatever, but what if you would just move on without thinking about this? Like, what if? Okay? Like, you might think about this and it's actually very interesting, you know? Like, what if you would actually not think about this, not let it influence you, and actually move on? What will happen then? Because we often overthink stuff and think like, what if this will happen? What if this big bad thing will happen out of this? Or what I should do about this, whatever. What if actually this time you wouldn't do this? What if this time actually you wouldn't let your feels like influence you? What if you would just like completely forget that this thing has happened? I mean, think about this, reflect on this, okay? Because I kind of get feeling like, as what you are worried about as are your own fears about this. I mean, take it or leave it. I'm just saying. Okay. I guess I might actually pull out some advice for you, like what you should focus on, or maybe, you know, I think that might be helpful. Okay, 8 of Jewels, okay? So it's telling me about you kind of having to focus on what you have and being grateful and proud of it. You know? Like, be proud of something. I don't know what it is, but there's something about being prideful about something. Like, don't be ashamed about something. Or don't fear something, just embrace something. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. Embrace something. Whatever it is, whatever seems bad or whatever, try to embrace it. Okay? Like, maybe it's about this thing happening, or this disappointment, or this overthinking, or this new thing you want to invest in. Like, something you feel like maybe you should be ashamed of, or maybe you should hide from others, from yourself, whatever. But maybe you should embrace it, whatever it is. I don't know what it can... I mean, basically, embrace it and commit to it fully. I mean, it's exactly the same thing. Like, embrace something. Don't hide this. Don't try to just, like, you know, a little bit. No! Go for it fully. What? What if? What if? What if you actually commit to it? What if it will work out? What if you will actually embrace it? Like, instead of like, oh, I shouldn't do this. Like, what if that will happen? No. What if you will actually, like, May that happen, whatever, I will embrace it fully, I'm going for it fully, whatever might happen, it will happen, whatever. I'm getting this kind of energy, Aries. I'm getting this kind of energy. Instead of what if something bad will happen, start saying, may whatever happen, whatever, okay? Because all fears are just in your head. Even if something bad will happen, even if something will end badly, I mean, embrace it, whatever. If you don't let it influence you, if you don't let something bad influence you, it doesn't have any meaning. Unless you don't care about this. Unless you care about this. I mean, that's the message I'm getting. Go for it, whatever it is. Embrace it. Like, there's something about embracing something you are scared for or you are ashamed for. Just about embracing something that you didn't thought about embracing. But it's about being brave, you know? Like, embracing something. Committing to this. You know, having like faith into something, going fully into something because you are sure that it will work out or that you will be okay no matter what. I mean, that's a fucking that's a freaking great advice. That's a freaking great advice. Yeah, let me pull out one more card, like more deep of a advice for you, like what you should do. What is the more of a deep advice? Like maybe thoughts, maybe feelings, whatever, for Aries. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, let me read the meaning of it. Let me read the meaning of it. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Okay. It's about going for it. Okay, just go for it. It's basically about going with your feelings. Like passion, desire, rather than thoughts, okay? So that's actually a good advice. Go with whatever is kind of bringing out the passion and fire and desire within you, okay? That's a freaking great advice. Embrace it. Go for it, whatever it is. This kind of desire. It's something like a flame, like go with a flame. It's about being brave and having this courage to go with what makes you feel alive. Like this passion, like just going for it because you just want to, okay? Like being so sure and prideful with this passion of yours, but you don't care about anything, you just go for it because you just want to embrace it and show it to everyone that you are able to go with your passion, with the flow, and just like be brave enough to go with it. I mean, I love this message, okay? Take whatever resonates and take whatever resonates, whatever feels right. But that's a great message, actually, great energy. If you will decide to go that way, okay, because that's the advice. If you will choose to live in your house in overthinking and let it influence you, that's your decision, okay. But I'm just saying. Let me get you an advice, Aries, for January. Advice for January for Aries. What's the advice? That's exactly what I said. Decision is yours. Decision is yours, Aries. Exactly what I said just a moment ago. What else is the advice for Aries in January? What should Aries do in January? What should Aries do in January? What should Aries do in January? What is the advice? What is the message that Aries should think of in January? Okay. Meditation will bring answer. Yeah, that's a great advice again. Because you have to like find a way to go around the overthinking, you know? Like, don't let overthinking like suck you in, okay? And those words, they are just like your imagination. You can easily get out. Those are just like your imagination, okay? As I said, it's not about something bad not happening, but it's rather about you not letting this influence you, you know, and like having the full faith, committing into something, no matter of, you know, what else might be happening. Okay, I'm done. I guess that's it, Aries, for the month of January. I really like your message. Okay, take whatever resonates. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching again. Take care and have an amazing month. Okay, amazing month. Okay, so I hope it gives you some clarity, some kind of guidance, whatever you can reflect on. And yep, thank you so much. Bye bye.